And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terraformers the Red Planet Awaits, where we've got a new path to... Well, let's say new path. A path we've done before, but a new attempt at a path where we're going to play maximum difficulty. So we've got Expansionist to do. So settle 100 locations in 10 cities. And we got the blue path to do, which is Terraform Mars. 3 steps in all 4 categories. And I believe that's basically max terraforming. So get max terraforming, we just don't necessarily have to get the plants. We'll start off on blue path. Okay, so we arrive here. We got the 3 choices. You have the one you always get, which is balanced, and then we've rolled into terraforming and utopian. Based on the quest that we are planning to do, it would probably make sense to grab terraforming, although we might have some of the stuff to be able to get this going. Yeah, it looks like it gets the stuff, so we might be able to get both of these down. Okay, do terraforming. Wet Patera colony set up like so. Okay. We start with, for our choice of governors, mineralogy and research. So Jeong Hak-kun and Aniti Vanaheim. Vanaheim's titanium boost, so it'll help us with titanium. In-depth survey is always really nice. Research. Produce 5 research all products suggested this turn or a scientific achievement. Ooh, both of those are tempting. We have a source of titanium nearby, we have a source of water nearby. I'm gonna resist the science guy is real tempting because science is useful, but I think for our first one he's sort of off left field from what we want. I think we want the mineralogy to get the resources started off quickly here. So we're gonna start with Mr. Mineralogy here. And of course we're gonna, in this case we're being presented with a titanium nearby, a large or major deposit of titanium, so we'll explore that. That finds us a titanium deposit, which we will want to claim and probably expand, honestly, to the 8-8. So we get double the titanium coming in. I need to place the headquarters. We've got a 4 neighbor. 4 neighbor is usually pretty good for certain things. We've got a 3-1 down here, so I think we're gonna place one of the headquarters. It's the headquarters there. And then obviously we are thinking we're gonna want to expand. I would be ready to use that expand next turn. I'm gonna wait a turn so we can get the Mars enthusiasm up a little bit more before we bring the next person in. I'm gonna cycle the turn. Choice of 3 choices. What do I have as far as idea for tritium? Small hint, small hint. I'm thinking I'm gonna want a lot of power. But we're gonna pass on the tritium. I think I'm gonna go for the greenhouse farm. I think we're gonna get the water a little easier here. Because we have the large water deposit. In-depth survey on the titanium. Taking up 1 size to a large titanium deposit. We're going to drop a habitation module. And then that hab module gives us an expand. We use that to grab the titanium deposit. We then, because we've upgraded it, grab the double yield of titanium. All off to a good start. We'll get the greenhouse farm. I think I'll do a quartet of greenhouses, or quartet of food production, and probably the food adjacency building in the middle. Sounds like a good way to handle that. And then we cycle the turn again. Lab, hab module, or tuber farm. I'm gonna do a tuber farm. We'll probably find some nitrates as we get going. Again, we're gonna pass on that. We're not making food quick enough to do the hab module. So greenhouse, the tritium thermogenerator. We're probably gonna want some power early on here. Yep, tritium thermogenerator. And then I'm going to explore the water. 433. Don't have enough water to get the oxygen factory down yet. I'm going to end the turn. Picked up our first trade route. Tritium is... The tritium generator, again, is tempting. We're going to pass on it. I think we're going to go robot hub here. Yeah, I think we're going to go robot hub here. We're going to do in-depth survey on the water. There we go. A little bit too close to the main center there. So I was... And then the tooltip was glitching on a little bit when we overlapped both. Do I want a robot hub here to immediately get access to that water? I say that's probably a decent plan. So robot hub there. It gives us 2 expands. We can use 1, immediately grab the water. The pit mine is going to take a couple turns to generate the revenue for. In the meantime, I'm going to start using the trade route to ship tritium up to the water mine. Yeah, or the oceans. Import oceans. Choice. Take the soil factory, because we're going to want that eventually. Two 1s and 2. Probably want to do the 2. We're going to get a little bit of power refund for that. Large hint of power. And small hint of power. And that's also a place we could set a city up on. It may be an interesting city location in the future. Free exploration satellite, okay. We're gonna go Universal Factory here. Again, this one's about terraforming, so if we get a decent place to put that down, we'll want to do that. Interesting. A lot of titanium there. Grab the Rhine Trouser anyway. Okay, let's explore that location. Tritium, power, and supply crate of food. And then we're going to use the satellite on the power one. So 4 power, 3 silicates. It's a geothermal spot. Okay. Next turn we'll have the power to get the water going, so we'll have some water coming in. We'll be in a better spot for expanding various things at that point. Space exploration. So we get Io, Titan, or Europa. For what we're doing with the blue path here, Europa is probably the best, as that offers us basically a way to get 6 oceans. Let's do Europa. One adjacent rocks. I don't have any of those yet from the regolith burner. So we're going to pass on that one. Although that's... Oh, actually... let me come in and... Potentially thinking about grabbing this location. Yeah, it'd only be next to one rock here. And because the rocks are both sides of the natural site, we probably want to take the rocks out. So yeah, no regolith burner. Nitrates are people. Let's go people here, because if we stumble upon another 10 food, we'll probably be tempted to... deploy people. We have enough water for the pit mine. So we'll do that. We can always tear the pit mine off later to turn it into ocean if we need to. Let's grab that science spot, see what's next to it. Okay, nothing super interesting. Raising expectations, so we're on the timer. Bus station's tempting. We need more tritium for bus station. We'll grab it for the moment. Explore the 1. Tells us like we can go off in that way into the next zone. Okay. Improved spaceflight conditions. +1 support for every new trade route we create. High capacity research. For every 3 permanent project proposal increases you do, increase the amount of projects you can research by 1. +1 science per turn for every 5 science you start producing. If we were going to do a lot of science self-learning AI, would probably be good. I think actually what we want is probably more choices. So we're going to do high capacity research computers here. I'll go greenhouses because we can put greenhouses down right away. Explore that tritium, get a cave. I'm going to send the exploration satellite to the large deposit tritium over there, which gave us more food. Okay. I need to clear 2 cards out of the inventory. Question is, which ones do I want to do? It's a little tempting to go and get this place set up. It's a little bit tempting to this place. The problem is I won't have enough water then for the water-based buildings. So I settle there. It's going to eat the food and the water. I could do the bus station, but we're going to be one surplus card that I have to dump then. I still think that's worth doing. Let's do that. So, found city, Vannerheim base, plop there. I can then place either the bus station or the radiothermal generator. Really comes down to, do I want power or expansions? Right now I want expansions, so I'll take the bus station. I'm going to toss the tuber farm for a science. I get this down to 8. We've got 2 expansions here. One obviously is going to go on the geothermal plant, which as soon as we have the titanium is going to become a geothermal plant for 2 power. The other one's going to start working towards the tritium deposit. Maximum number of buildings. 5 support. If I had more science income, I'd be more tempted to that. Science income. We'll grab you. In the original city, we're going to put the greenhouse down. Get cards back under control. I'm going to do the in-depth survey on the tritium deposit. I think we want to double that tritium deposit up where Vannerheim is here. Do I see the 2 factory, or do I save up for the geothermal? I'm going to save up for the geothermal. This is Vannerheim's last turn. Out goes Vannerheim. In comes Lena Cortez or Leo Richardson. Probably Leo Richardson. Adjacent mines provide extra trade routes to export the resource. Communal transport gives the city +1 expansion. Earth 3 pop living in the city. Also provides a base +1. These are pretty nice. +1 support per every time you construct a mega project stage is also pretty nice. Culture. Not really what I want. So, Leo gets the job. I'm gonna grab the landing pad. I'm not sure I'm gonna keep the landing pad. That might be something we get Thomas. +2 support for every building owned by the city cost water. Okay. Well, that's titanium. I want to spend that titanium. I want to spend... Got stuff I want to spend that titanium on. Okay. You're going to be 8. Getting the tritium moving is going to help us with making more power as well, because then we can start getting the radioisotope, or the tritium thermogenerators down. So let's pop in here. Only going to be it's going to be +1 either city, right? But I think both cities probably want one. Both are going to grow in size as well, eventually. Okay, this is an expand. We can use that to get tritium. We can use the metal to get the tritium moving. So we're going to need 2 tritium a turn, which is a good start. And again, we have one too many cards. The question is, which one do I dump, given the circumstances? Yeah, I'm going to dump the landing pad. I've got other alternatives for favorites. Space colony habitat, okay. We're going to space colony habitat. We're going to take our 20 ocean. I'm then going to play the distribution center, the free distribution center, on you. Which is providing us a free tritium export. We'll use the free one to support the space colony habitat. I'm going to click you, you're going to be assigned there. That's actually going to be a pretty good mining one. Let's see if we can start to explore the location out. Got enough for the lab. I'm going to lab you. That provides 2 science. That's pretty nice. I'm going to use my other export right now to start moving the... No, we'll hold off on the titanium. Start moving the power to that one. Yep. Auction facility, combined living center, or tuber farm. Auction facility. We're going to have an extra one of those. And we'll grab the landing pad again. I don't think we're going to use the landing pad again. I think I'm going to dump it again. We'll see. Distribution center there. That gives us a free titanium route, which we're going to use there. Anyway, I'm gonna dump the landing pad again. For the science. Next turn we'll have enough to get the high capacity research computers completed. So then we'll be really interested in picking up more proposals. And I probably want to save enough for the geothermal, although we'll see how that goes. End the turn. +3 atmosphere or +1 heat. We're gonna go the +1 heat because that one's less temperature dependent, so we can put that in more places to start. So we may get enough cards down the thermal generator. And then we can do high capacity computers to get a card out of the inventory. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have enough. Oh no, there's a way I can get this to work. Oh, that is gonna be a bit tight. Spend 3 power to support the tritium deposit. Oh, it is a large one. That's nice. Pop in here. I'm gonna potentially fish for the opportunity to get an adjacency bonus for 2 power generators. So we're gonna go for there. That would technically mean that this place might not be good for housing, but we'll see what we get for power choices later on. Okay, now we're not worried about running out of power, although we're still probably going through it at an uncomfortable rate. Do you have a expand? Go ahead and grab that empty one. We might put the bacteria spreader there later. Okay, cycle the turn. Next batch. Hang gardens are going to help with plants, which will help with oxygen. weather control facility doesn't actually help her with us with our goal directly. That's going to help with exploring, which is probably what we want right now. So let's grab that one. It's going to be a little bit hard to get the tritium together for that, but yeah, he's well, actually, one research increases the reserve. If I had the science, or we're expecting to have it like really soon, the development center would be the way to go. I'm gonna dump this with science. Okay, laboratory satellite there. So I now know everything I need to found the city here if we wish. Once I have the food and the water, and I have neither of those right now. Explore U, that's a 2-power explore. Okay, that's another place we can put a city. Probably one we're going to pass up on. Probably not going to use that crater. I've got tritium, so I can pop in here, put thermogenerator down. I need to expand that city before I can put the generator down. Okay. Never mind, that's being delayed. That is being delayed. I do want to export titanium, or do I have other things I want titanium for? Got other things I want titanium for, although we'd probably be exporting it for power. Or we export it. Actually, I will export it for power. I think we need enough power. So there we go. But yeah, probably brine electrolyzer for the support on the next turn. Unless something else comes up. More water-consuming buildings to make the brine electrolyzer better. Some food. Good. We need 4 food for that to be usable, but otherwise we've got the expanse for it. And you, unlike you, have the bus stop, so you don't have a problem with the range. Okay, it's not too bad. Could do with a little bit more titanium. I'm realizing I probably want to get the geothermal going sooner rather than later, and I'm spending my titanium that I should really be spending on that, on other things. Expectations are rising. 2 and outpost level 1, but I have the ability to do that. Less interested in that right now. Oh no, that's an in-city building. Okay, I'm not... Public baths. Take public baths. I can work with public baths. Is there a place where I can cost-effectively explore for titanium? Well, we got water there and we got power there, which are not what I'm thinking about, but these still probably going to pay themselves back. So we pay 2 power to get 3 power. And some support. And there's a crater on a high area. Nitrates. Fertile soil. Interesting. At least worth not overriding with the city. We'll have the food next turn for the grab. Okay, second turn. Automation center. University. Road paver. They're not going to get a good combo off of the university. Don't think I want road paver. None of these cities we're planning on expanding right now are going to work well off of that. I don't really need the automation center. We're going to sack that for science. Guided tours set up. Sorry, that was a phone ringing. Might take a break in a moment to figure out what that phone call is about. But exploration-wise, I think we want to do satellite on you. That gets us 4 water. If I can get one more, I can get the public baths down. Bunch of support. Spend 2 power to explore that location. Flat plane that can also have a crater in it. Okay. That one I'm less interested in keeping. Well, there's another large deposit of water up there. Okay. So here, public baths for +4 support per turn. We're saving up for the titanium, although I'm spending the titanium at the same time. Yeah, nothing I can do to accelerate the power distribution to the extra Martian exploration. And we're going to complete this one next turn, but then we don't want to deploy it until we get the power one done. I might actually want to try to grab more of the place where we need a dike. Although none of this is going to flood too bad. At least not based on what we can see. Do have my communal transport in. I got it there. And then you probably don't need it. Tempting to put it here, but I don't think you would need it. Although I could... You'd be overrunning this crater if I were to do it. Yeah, I think we hold off on you. Okay. I'm trying to decide if we want to do any more of these while we've got Richard. Richard's done here hanging around. Venus? The heat's tempting, but the negative support of that's pretty harsh. Support or atmosphere. I think atmosphere. We're gonna go Jupiter. I'm gonna be getting that ocean going real fast if I do that, but sure. One in the state of that water. Likewise. Okay, so when we flood the first level, that's not gonna flood. Okay, cycle turn. Through the cost of support, I want my power better than that. Resonance, that's the neighbor bonus. That's something we want to pick up for doubling the power output here. Pay a little bit extra to get nitrates and titanium and power there. Okay. Do I... No, I should save it for the geothermal. I need the 12 titanium for that. Okay. We're gonna cycle the turn. Richardson is out. Next guy is in. Or gal. Looks like next gal in. Svetlana Rossi. Urban planning. Overwork. Urban planning. Habitation modules. One skyscraper. Okay. Animals. Probably too early for animals. Yeah, probably too early for animals. I think we go urban planning. Potentially only for the Metropolis bonus. Ham modules. Being able to pull ham modules out of a butt maybe isn't the worst idea either. Okay. Igloos, research centers, or CO2 factory. Fully predictable radiation as long as the temperature of the city is negative. Well, we're going to be fixing that hopefully fairly soon, so let's not go with that. 2 extra products proposed. Yeah, that's the one we're going with. Courthouse, robot center. We're gonna have ocean soon, but we don't have a dock yet, so that's not very useful. Till then, all of these cost titanium. We'll come back to them. Okay. I'm actually going to extract the water here. We're then going to do extra Martian exploration mission to Europa. Just going to give us a first flood. We're then going to do the next level of Europa. And then using my not free route, we're going to start exporting food so we can move towards getting the third thing of ocean from Europa. And weirdly, right now, I think I want titanium. Yeah, I want titanium, so we take titanium. Extra project proposal is tempting. I'm gonna shove it in that corner. There we go. So now we're gonna get 5 choices a turn instead of 3. Does that apply immediately? That does not apply immediately. We're about the space to take the robots. I'll take the robots this turn. If I want to save that spot, I'm going to have to found soon. Because we're going to be flooding it otherwise. Yeah, I think I'm going to be exploring a titanium. That small-headed titanium. 3 for these 2. 3 for that one. We'll go with that one. And I currently have the water for both the auction factories. This will provide us more support if I build it here, so we'll build it here. You know, I'm going to be back and check out what that phone call was. So catch you all in a moment. Okay, sorry, back from the interruption. Was checking on family stuff upstairs. So yeah, I think this game is going well. I think this might be a place where we want to found a city if we can get it before we flood it. If we do end up finding a city there, that probably wants to be the factory, Universal Factory. If we don't, then the Universal Factory wants to be in this city. When we get the atmosphere up to level 1, or whatever level we want, probably do want to get the Zeppelin going as well. Let's cycle the turn. Unless I've got stuff I want to put down. I could put the robots down, but I think we hold off on the robots. Yeah, let's cycle the turn. Cyano or dark. Dark will help with warmth, but we're going to warm the planet up 3 steps, so the dark's less valuable. Atmosphere and oxygen is going to help in the short run, so let's grab that one. Exploration satellites are always nice. Again, I don't have any good rock locations in the cities we're planning on immediately founding here, so go exploration satellites for the choices here. Explore the middle of the circle here. Got lucky with some food, okay. So in 2 turns, I'll have 25 food. If we haven't flooded there by then, I think I'll grab that location. Yeah, if we haven't flooded there by then, I think I grab that location. And then probably eventually have it take that location over. Yeah, that one's not very interesting. Whereas this one, the one that's most likely to flood, has a silicates deposit in the zone. And has some interesting stuff I can do, maybe bouncing off of the Great Natural Site. Yeah. Oh, and I now have my titanium, so geothermal. Get my 2 power turn, that'll be useful. Huge asteroid. 12 power, 12 titanium, 40 to 4 for 40 water, or let it pass. will actually attempt to take that, which means I need to pass on this ocean. But yeah, I need to pass on the ocean. Honestly, I think I'm going to pass on all of these. Yeah, we're going to pass on all of these. Science. So, to safely do this, I need more launch capacity, because I need to start working on this even while I'm still working on the important oceans. Landing pad goes down. Landing pad can safely go there. If I stop exporting the water, I can do that export. Means we're getting no titanium come in, which is going to be a little painful because I got a lot of stuff that I want titanium for, but I can work with that. Is there any water hints? So we got a couple water hints down here. We got there, 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 there. So I'm trying to think of how I'm going to get up to 10 water quickly. 4, 3, 5. So not that one or that one. Those ones might be worth grabbing once we're here, but we're not there yet. Oh, we've got 3 up here. Okay. Let's go there first. Support nitrates water. We now have 24 nitrates. That makes me in a good place to do the soil factory. Plus 3 food a turn. And we're going to cycle the turn. I need to find one more water somewhere. Desalinization plant would be great if we had actual ocean access, which I don't yet. Orbital solar panels, tempting but full. Delivery drones. I'm going to grab the delivery drones. So that's all 4 down there. So 3 on the water. I'll do the 3 on the water. So that was probably a place where it was probably like a crater or something in the low-lying ocean area that is an option because it's flooded at this point. Now I've got the water, so now I can take this a location. I can find 4 titanium. I can do delivery drones here to get it expand. And some more support. Do that. That's going to be an interesting one to grab. Know about. Oh, a bit of a shame. I did not realize we were going to flood the large tritium deposit, although I'm not that desperate for tritium. Yeah, okay. That got us 3. Need 4. Okay, so we're going to wait another turn. We're going to cycle. Now sprinting. A lot of science, but whenever we construct a city building, we get 2 titanium. Reverse engineering. Selling a project gets support instead of science. Don't really want that. Every unit of tritium you export to space counts as 1 extra. That is actually really useful. Export to space projects. Still really useful because it just means we spend half the tritium to build things in space. We're going to go to the whole structure here. Sandstorm's not great, so there goes some of our tritium, but I can work with that. Is that the only place that was hit? Yeah, that was the only place that was hit. It was the only thing that was hit, so that was acceptable. That was good. What's the cheapest titanium location I've got? I've got a 4. Those would be through the sandstorm, so we don't want to pay 3 for those. That's the 3 not through. Oh, no, we got a 2 here. 2's the cheapest. Do the 2. Canyon view. Investing. And that provides me enough. Ooh, multiple options here. I can do robot hub or the delivery drone. I think we do the robot hub. Lets me double expand. It allows you to grab both neighbors. More importantly, reducing the cost grab stuff with you. Do I... Yeah, I probably still want... Because of the nitrate deposit in the city. Probably still want you. Don't really need you. Probably actually want to explore downward, maybe grab one of the places down here. I'm probably looking for titanium in the near future. Would take, but gonna pass up on it. Don't have the space program spaces. Tempting. But I want the silicates for the solar. Probably go power, or probably go mines here. Although, no, I'm gonna go the greenhouse farm. We can get more support by putting it in the 4th spot over here. Yeah, that'll be next turn. Mars Corp, Delaney Group, and Marble Origin. I'm gonna go with Mars Corp. We want the titanium. So many good options here. Sadly, some of them are not sort of usable as that doesn't work, while we don't have space for them. I might sack this for the science. Get to the tech out quicker. Oh, I have another export route. Yeah, so we stopped losing space products, so we're gonna do that one quicker and get out of the way. Pop in here, pop you down, double the food production. Do I do the robot here? I should prep for the flood, because we're about to flood. I'm gonna put the robot here, though. No, not you. Delivery drones. That gets another expand, which we want. Because I want to be able to preserve that. Oh, this... no, the city isn't going to immediately flood. But I want to preserve that silicate deposit is extractable. We're... Lots of good options in here, actually. Viewpoint for comfort. So you're going to provide 3 oceans. I can then extract you to get the next ocean level. So that's when the flood is going to happen. So what do I want before the flood happens to secure? So you're probably nitrate silicate, so I probably want you. Let's actually explore you, figure out what you have. You're going to flood, and we don't care about you flooding. Okay. Honestly, I'm not too worried about that location flooding if it floods. Got the silicates for you. Put you down, that increases our power production by 2. Yeah, so it's probably silicates, cannon view, tritium deposit we're most interested in over there. Let's grab the cannon view. It'll actually viewpoint up, which will provide us +1 comfort, which provides us, basically offsets the cost of that tile. Side on the project. Space ones I gotta pass on. Don't have atmosphere yet. And that's going real slow. Rover's probably a little late. Grab the android because I need more people. I might or need more expands, I might want that on the lava tube, for example. Atmosphere will help from there. Turn you in. So we're now 12 ocean off of the next ocean level. I need to be aware of that, because that's the flood event, obviously. We're going to flood when that happens. We're going to export a food. Or titanium. I got a lot of stuff that I need titanium for. I'll actually go and export that tritium. Or water. 2 power for you. Okay, so that's 3 power. Okay. And I've got enough science now. I can do the lightweight hull structure, so we'll do that. Let's actually, you. What do I need? 5. Okay, so I've got what I need for the first level here. Got what I need for the second. Actually, arguably got everything I need for the third, except for the resources. So we want to get this leveled up quickly. Then I can do power from the dike levels as we build the dikes out. We want to dike all those locations up? Okay. Elevator's tempting. It's a lot of titanium. Safari Park is going to be good support. I'll go to the Safari Park. If we sort of succeed at what the goal of the quest here is, it'll be good support as we get some of the steps going. Mines that produce titanium, owned by the city, produce 1 extra titanium, but it's really expensive. If I had better science and silicates, we do Marsnet. We're just going to sack this for the science. Three power to explore you, 3 heat, 3 atmosphere, 3 titanium. Shame. Large hint of titanium, which is under the ocean. The ocean hasn't defrosted yet, but it'll be an ocean. Oh, I do now have the food and water set up in this cave. Okay, short term, dike you, keep you from flooding. Hop in here, dike you, keep you from flooding. Tempting, but I'm going to pass on it. I'm actually going to take the... Oh, no, that's technologies are suggested twice as frequently. I want more... If that was more proposals, we'd take more proposals. Dump that for science. 4 for titanium, 3 for titanium. Do this 3 for titanium? I need 10 there, okay. Expectations are rising, okay. We do have double payment on tritium. So this is actually 12. This is a lot more affordable. Okay, otherwise it looks... We're up to 10. I don't have the 10 power to go with it. How many spaces do I have up here? I want one more housing in here. I have two plus the housing. Okay, it's probably a good way to think about it. So yeah, let's oxygen factory down. Provides some more support, gets us the oxygen and the atmosphere going faster. Let's cycle the turn. Rossi's out. Ocean taming, diplomacy. Ocean taming is reduce the cost of dikes by 1. Yeah, that meets what we want. Linked to nitrogen factory. That atmosphere. Power breathing center. Adjacent populations provide +2 support. Cold temperatures does not provide negative comfort. Yeah, this is working pretty well, whereas that would be tempting for the trade routes, but no. John Van Dyke is, I think, when we're going with ocean taming. Tame that ocean. And plankton's really tempting. Although, no, I'm going to go for the plant spinner. Don't have the space for you, although 30 heat is real nice. More proposals. That was retroactive. Was that retro? Yeah, that was retroactive. So what happened there is we had high capacity research engines kicked in, which provides us an increased project pull. So I get to pull an extra project this turn, because we picked up 2 more permanents. The 2 more permanents don't pull because we missed the pull for them. But I think I'm gonna take the think tank condominium. Okay, so our dikes are cheaper. And I have the power to grab the next factory level, so let's grab that. More atmosphere, more heat. And could do with a little bit more power. The next is 10-10. Any places I can explore cost-effectively for power? Maybe you. What are you? You have 3. I only have 2 for the moment, so that's not a go for this turn. Lawrence Study is tempting, but I don't think I've got any 2s. Oh no, there's a 2 over there. I kind of do want to save for the power. You're probably pretty cold, yeah. You're not very cold, you're only -1. So this should be +2 for neighbors, and it's not worth doing. Although I might have space there for the breathing. Nah. Probably wants to be here or over here. Yeah, but I need 3 power to do the breathing. Okay. Alright, so let's do the 2. Get the science. 3 nitrates, 2 water, 2 science. Okay. Tempting if we had the space, we don't have the space. Same with there. development center, if I had the science for the extra reserve, actually, that would be good there. I think we sack these for the 2 science. At some point, want to get the bacteria down, which is a lot of science. Sack them for the 2 science. The power down here was 3. I think we're going to get at least 3 power from it, so let's explore it. No, we lost a power. Fair enough. And then we're going to start diking. So I lose you if I don't dike. Lose you if I don't dike. Still want that 10 titanium for improving you when we have the power, which I think I actually have... would have next turn. We're not going to, though, because we're working on huge amount. So have the turn after next. Automation Center. Research Campus. Probably the Research Campus I'm leaning towards. The Research Campus. Again, nice if we had the space. Oh, that's windmills. I'm thinking that's launch pad. Like, doesn't that usually cost 4? No, windmills cost 6. I'm gonna pass on you. Could use the people. Do the people. We're gonna sack the rest because we need the titanium or we don't have the space. I have the power next turn. Okay. Let's do one of the 2-cost exploring studies. I don't think there's any power out there we could find. No. Silicates or titanium is what we're looking for. We got some large titanium ones. Are any of the large titanium ones got silicates as well? There's a large silicate with titanium. That's where stuff like you. The reason is it would be nice to get you out, or you out. Yeah. No, I'm thinking the other city. I'm thinking this one. No, actually, I was thinking this one. Yeah, I can work those the way what I'm thinking of. Do I want more housing there? I can grab more territory to dike more things. No, I probably want you here. Yeah, I want you there. We're gonna go one more turn. We're gonna have a flurry of activity. Rope of bacteria needs an ocean, but it's +3 science a turn if the zone has a city. If I'm at city for 10 science. This will pay off quicker. Pay off quick enough. Train station's tempting if we got the space. There's actually a slot upgrade. The hydroponics is really good. We'll take that, and then take the train station. Those are both basically slot upgrades. So you finish next turn, provide us a bunch of water. Meantime, I got the 10 power, so we pop in here, upgrade the universal factory. Now we get 1 power for every 2 dikes. And now we're getting a lot more power, which is good to see. Export a lot more food for Europe. We're slowly working on it. Okay, we'll explore for 2, 3 tritium, 3 nitrates, a little bit of science. Next turn I'm going to get the power that I need to do what I want here. Start clearing some rocks out. And then allow me to get the habitation module down. Yeah. Come back to this. Enable you, grab our water. That's why we wanted to go to that first, because now I can actually take these science ones if I want. +2 science. Iridium for ocean. Yeah, we take that. And sack the rest for science. Water to upgrade a farm. So this is basically +1 food. Use the power in here. Break. Add module. That allows you to take that location back. Which we will dike to keep it from flooding. Oh, maybe we should have grabbed the nitrate one first. Yeah, maybe we should have grabbed the nitrate one first. Do I want that spot? Yeah, as far as ground expands, it's probably the one you take. Could drop the nuke, but we don't really want to do that. Permanently raises the climate. Yeah, there's a better way to do that. That requires more exploration, though. Actually, you know what? Take that one back. We'll tighten that one first. So you're not going to flood this turn, you're not going to flood this turn, you're not going to flood this turn. Well, even if we get the flooding stuff. Wasn't you that wanted the... You. That gets us more. Science. We're going to use you to get more terraforming. Train station is going to be tempting there. Actually, I could stack it with a bus station. To get +3 range with no problems. I think that's what we're going to go for. Okay. That allows us to get into the silicates, sandstone. Potentially take with the critter if I want some just generic space. Okay. A little bit expensive. Power-wise, oh, no, that's actually why I'm going to hold off on it. Yeah, let's do you. And I've got one more route. I'd like a little bit more power. Food out, power in. Cloudscaping Canopy. Get Cloudscaping Canopy. Only played once. 30 science. +5 support every time a plant you spread. Lose 5 every time a plant you lose. When working on other projects. Villagers have found a promising way to significantly increase the heights of Martian trees. We'll put that on the back burner for the moment. Like a bass, we're only going to pass on. Pass on you. Shipwright. We're not actually coastal in that city, so the shipwright's not useful. Actually, no, we're coastal on this one, so the shipwright works there, and allows us to expand on that ocean. That actually works really well. And the research center. Okay. Okay, and now you can safely just be grabbing a whole bunch of stuff. Grab you, grab you, grab you. I don't actually have the power to explore with, so you can't do an exploration. Actually need 3 power to do... Oh, look, I could probably drop the link factory and I can move it on a later turn. Let's do that. Planet. Planet. Ah, yes. So I need open space on the planet. Although I can place it anywhere from the planet. Okay, I got an idea. One there. A little more seriously gonna hurt. Let's get the bacteria spreader down. And Europa bacteria can go in that one. That should have actually provided some science. Plus 3 science per turn. Climate Zone has a city. In fact, that hit more zones than or more cities than expected, but yeah, plus 3 science. Good. Explore there. Got so many useful expands. Okay. Anyway, I gotta choose this. Do I want the cloudscape canopy? I think we'll have the science for this. So yes. And I'm unlikely to lose plants. Yeah, I'm unlikely to lose plants. On the other hand, we're gonna turn the shipping around, and I can use that extra route. Work on you or work on... No, work on you, more trade routes. If I do that. Okay. Venus, I don't like this war down on Venus. Small colony. Or Io or Titan. Titan, nitrates. And if we get to level 2, that'll be good at Titan. Don't really have a good place for the laboratory. Dock. The rest of these are going to scrap. Oh, and I can do ocean mining if I've got the way to get into the ocean, so that actually lets me do that titanium mine. Or that tritium mine. Good to know. Good to know. Could do with more power. Yeah, could do with more power. Oh, I could do that, though. Let's actually do that. Yoink you. At some point I could do some rearrangement, but not too worried. Link to factories, we get 2 atmosphere on both of those, because it's 1 plus 1 per neighboring. Yeah, that looks good. I suppose we might rearrange and get a dock over here at some point. We'll think about that. Don't need those tiles right now. How much does it cost to get sandstone going? 4 food, 4 power. So it's the power that's going to be eating me there. Although I can pay that right now, so let's pay that. Some support. Before we go on too long, I need to put a part break in here. If you're watching on YouTube, once again, sorry for the interruption in the middle here of the first recording portion of this one. We're gonna... I think the run is going well. So we'll see if we can get it done before the game bucks us. A little bit of a slow start here, but we're moving. We're gonna get the first auction level in 3. That's 50 ocean. We got 10 from breaching the aquifer here. We're only 12 away from number 2 on the ocean, so the ocean's going to move pretty quick. Atmosphere is moving pretty quick. We got the next atmosphere level coming in 4. Although we want all those numbers to go faster. Heat's the one that's lagging the most right now. So we'll see if we can get that fixed. So until next time, if you're watching on YouTube, that'll be tomorrow. And if you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to wish you all, or if you're watching on Twitch, it'll be in a couple minutes. I'm just going to take a short stretch back here. Until next time, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream. And bye for now.